Hello. Hi everyone. Can you guys hear me? Hello. Hi Dora. Is that your real name? Hi. For those of you who are in, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. Today we are going through P5 Maths revision, okay? If you are new here, can you help me type your name in so that I can call you by name? Dora used to look like Dora when she was younger. Very cute. We'll begin in about 3 minutes time, okay? Oh, sure, Sadhana. Thank you. Hello, hi. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Wafa. Hello. Yes, PSLE is over. Hi, Hannah. Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. Today, we are running through P5 Maths revision for our end-year exams, which will be happening in late October. Hello, Zafira. Welcome. Hi. For those of you who are interested in getting our worksheets, you can follow us on our Telegram channel, which will also showcase a lot of PSLE resources, which will be helpful for you guys next year if you are in P5 this year. Okay? All right. Can you also help me quickly type in when is your end year exam for math? I see that someone has mentioned that their end of year for English is tomorrow. Oh no. All the best. Math is on Monday. Oh, math is on Monday. I see. 24th October, 1st November. Wow, very late. So we still have a bit of time to revise, yeah? Okay. For those of you who just joined, please try the first question. We'll begin in 1 minute's time. Yes, this is P5. P5 Math Revision. For those of you who just joined, welcome. If you have just finished your PSLE, congratulations. I'm very happy for you. I hope you are able to fully rest and recuperate and play all you want. Your time is finally here. All right. For those of you who are wondering, the entire questions on this worksheet is derived from past year paper 1. So please do not use a calculator, all right? They are gotten from different schools' paper 1 questions. So please do not use a calculator, okay? All right, it's 8:05. Shall we begin? I hope you're able to see the screen well. All right, let's start. This is indeed P5. Oh, hello, Shan. Nice to see you again. PSLE over, you still join us. Very thankful for your presence. Thank you very much. All right, the rest, shall we begin? Question number 1. Question number 1 is on order of operations. So let's do a quick recap for order of operations, okay? Let's see if I can zoom in. There we go. Okay, so for order of operations, do you guys remember what to do first, second, third, fourth, fifth for order of operations? BODMAS, yes, somebody is saying BODMAS, that's right, BODMAS. Any other ways that your schools have taught you? Okay. All right. I wish you could go back to P5. Always think forward. Okay, so let's quickly run through, yeah? Quite a number of you have typed in bottomers as well. So let's do a quick recap. For order of operations, the very first thing that we want to do is brackets, okay? For P5, P6 level, the only thing you need to remember are these three. So the first one that you want to do is brackets, followed by times or divide, followed by plus or minus, okay? Now for times and divide as well as plus and minus, because they are in the same sort of ranking, so what we want to do is from left to right, first come, first serve, okay? So if plus comes first, we will do plus. If minus comes first, we will do minus, all right? And if times and divide, if divide comes first, we will do divide. If times comes first, we will do times, all right? So let's run through this question very quickly. 84 minus 7 times 8 plus 28 divided by 4. Which one do we want to do first? Which one do we want to do first? Which operation? The minus, the times, the plus, or the divide? What do you guys think? Pretty straightforward here, right? Okay. Actually not so straightforward. I see that some of you are a little bit confused. Okay, so some people mentioned to do the times first, some mentioned to do the divide first. Now because times and divide are in the same ranking, we would do them from left to right, okay? From left to right, so first come, first serve. From the left to the right, we see that times comes first, so we will do times first, okay? Now if they are not side by side, if it's not 7 times 8 divide 4, if they are not side by side, we can do them together in one go, okay? But for the purpose of clarity, let's do it step by step, okay? If you understand that they're not side by side and you can do them together in one go, then that's fine. But for those of you who tend to get confused, for times and divide, we will do times first because it is the one that appears first, okay? So 7 times 8, we will get a 56. So 84 minus 56 plus 28 divided by 4, okay? Everything else I copy down. Then now I see minus, I see plus, I see divide. Of course, we will do the divide next. So 28 divided by 4, that will give us a 7, okay? So this will give us 84 minus 56 plus 7. So which one is the correct answer? I believe you are able to type in the correct answer by now, right? Which one is the correct answer? Only one person typed it in already. The rest, are we able to... Oops, I'm so sorry. I realized you cannot see. Are we able to see the correct answer? There we go. Yes, most of you have gotten it right. Fantastic. Okay, so the correct answer is indeed option number 2. A lot of people have gotten it right. The answer is 35 because from here, what we want to do is the minus first because minus appears first. Okay, so 84 minus 56, we will get 28. Then we add a 7 to give us a 35. All right. Okay. The answer is 35. All right. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? If not, let me move this a little. Okay, perfect. All right. If not, shall we move on? I see that somebody is asking, Cher, do you think I will pass PSLE? First of all, darling, I don't know who you are, so I'm not able to give any comments. Secondly, I also don't know how you did in PSLE. I'm so sorry. Maybe you want to let me know your name, okay? If not, the rest of you, can you help me please do the drill of double tapping the screen and liking the live if you have found this useful, okay? And for those of you who just joined, hello everyone. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths, and today we are going through P5 Maths Revision, okay? P5 Math Revision today, and we will continue this all the way till the end of October because your exams are in the end of October, some of you in November even. Okay, so we will continue this for the whole month of October. All right, if you wish to get your hands on our resources, please join our Telegram channel as well as follow us on our social media platforms. Okay. Oh, hello Afruz, nice to see you. All right, let's move on. Thank you so much for all the love and likes. Thank you, everybody. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is gotten from Raffles Girls 2022 SA2. Okay, the next question here shows us two isosceles triangle and an angle 340 degrees. Unfortunately, there is a missing degree symbol here. I hope you guys can fill it in on your own. All right, so how do we solve this question? We have two isosceles triangles. The question has very kindly given us which sides are equal. In the event that the question did not, please fill it in your own diagram, okay? Hi Alicia, very nice to see you too. Okay, wow, before y'all even try, y'all already know the question. Wow, very, very, very good. A lot of you have given the correct answer, perfect. I will go through this question in maybe another 1 last minute's time, okay? Because this question is pretty manageable. All right, a lot have given the correct answer. Very good. All right. Okay. Alright, so you are going to be using a variety of different properties. For example, the first one that you will use is angles at a point. Okay, then you have to use things like sum of angles in a triangle. You will also have to use things like angles on a straight line. Okay, so I am going to answer this question now. Is that okay? Anybody still doing? All right, if not, let's go through. All right, so for this question, we see that there is a very big angle here. Do we know the name of this angle? Do we know the name of this angle? Can you help me type in the name of this angle? Starts with an R. Starts with an R. What's the name of this angle? Yes, this is indeed a reflex angle. I see some of you have written it down. This is indeed a reflex angle. Okay? Now, this is a reflex angle. All right? And then, based on this, we can find angle ADC. Angle ADC will then be 360 degrees. Let me write it in the center. 360 degrees minus 340 degrees to give us 20 degrees based on the property that I mentioned earlier, angles at a point. Angles at a point, okay? Then from there we can go on and solve the unknown angle within triangle ADC. Okay, first of all, let's fill this in. We know that this is 20 degrees. This is 20 degrees. Therefore, we can find angle ACD. So what's angle ACD? What's angle ACD? Anyone? Sum of angles in a triangle. Right? Sum of angles in a triangle. Angle ACD will then be 180 degrees minus 20 degrees minus 20 degrees to give us 140 degrees. Okay? This is from sum of angles in a triangle. Okay. Now, someone mentioned a very, very good point. I hope you don't think that I'm ignoring you because I'm actually reading the questions as we go. Someone mentioned a very, very good point, which is that how do we know BCD is a straight line before we even use angles on a straight line in our next step? Okay, I believe this question should have indicated that. So let's quickly fill that in. Okay, The source is from Raffles Girls. I think from the question itself, they also did not indicate. But let's quickly indicate that BCD is a straight line. Otherwise, what the person mentioned on the chat is actually true. We cannot assume if it's not mentioned, okay? So BCD is a straight line. All right, I believe this is an omitted info that should have been included, okay? All right, so from here we know that BCD is a straight line. Therefore, once we have found angle ACD, which is 140 degrees, we can use that to help us find angle ACB, which in this case will be 180 degrees minus 140 degrees to give us 40 degrees, okay? So our answer is 40 degrees. Okay, why is this 40 degrees? From here, we can straight away find the angle that we are interested in, which is this angle here. And why do we know that this is also 40 degrees? What is the property that we are using? What's the property that we're using? How do we know this is also 40? Because triangle BCA or ABC is an isosceles triangle, okay? So from here, this is because of angles on a straight line. And then we can further conclude that this is equals to angle ABC because of isosceles triangle, okay? Therefore, the answer is option number 2 again, 40 degrees. Got it? Yes, isosceles indeed, okay? All right. Alicia, you are right. 40 degrees, well done. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, someone is asking how long is this live? Usually it's around 8 to 9 p.m. If let's say we cannot finish, we may extend by 5-10 minutes, okay? Just about there. All right. Any questions so far, everyone? All good? Actually, I saw a lot of names that are from P6 who are still joining. Very nice to have you guys in as well. Thank you very much for your time with us tonight. All right, if you are clear, shall we move on to the next question? Question number 3. Before that, let me reintroduce myself for those of you who just joined. Good evening, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday evening. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths, and we are going through P5, yeah, not P6 paper. We are going through P5 math revision, and we will continue to go through P5 math revision till the end of October, okay? For those of you who are in P6 and you have already finished your PSLE, heartiest congratulations to you. I hope you take the time now to relax and enjoy your entire break, okay? You've worked very, very hard this year. I hope you enjoy your break for those of you who are in P6. The rest in P5, let's give it a final push for our end of year exams, okay? All right. All right, let's move on to question number 3. Question number 3. Question number 3. Seeing P5 paper looks so easy. I see. That's good. It means you know your things. Very good. Okay, next question. Question 3. Which of the following is closest to 1? Closest to 1 whole. Please try this question now. This is from CHIJ SA2 paper. Please try this question now, okay? Okay, someone is asking whether we should convert them to mixed number. First of all, option 3 and 4 are already in mixed number form. Okay, secondly, option 1 and 2 cannot be mixed number because they are proper fractions. Okay, because they are already proper fractions less than 1. Okay? Okay, there we go. Much better. Okay. Okay. How are we doing? Somebody is saying make the same denominator. You can do that, but that would not exactly help you get to your answer, because the question is asking for closest to 1, okay? So let me share with you a faster tip here, okay? When they are saying, or when they are asking for closest to a certain value, okay, for you to be close to a certain value, what you want to do is to make sure that your difference to that value is the smallest. Otherwise, you cannot be the closest, okay? So you are looking for the smallest difference to that value, which in this case is the number 1, okay? 1 whole. You hope this does not come out in your end of year. Why is that so? I hope after this question you get more confident in doing it. A lot of you on TikTok actually has gotten the correct answer. Let's take a look. For those of you asking if we are going live tomorrow, we are. We are actually going to go through secondary math. So that will be done by Coach Irfan. Okay? Thank you for saying that you love me. I love you too. I hope I see you in real life. Hi Ilhan. Hello. Welcome. Alright, a lot of you have actually given me the correct answer. Let me just throw it out there. The correct answer is indeed option number 1. Fantastic job for those of you who have gotten it right. Okay, let me share with you how to solve this question, okay? When am I doing P5 paper? We are doing it right now. I hope you are able to follow through, because this is P5 paper, okay? Not P6, yeah? Okay, so let me share with you how to solve this question. We want it to be closest to 1 whole. Therefore, like I mentioned earlier, the difference from 1 must be the smallest, okay? For it to be closest, it must be the smallest difference from 1. So let's look for the difference from 1. Okay, the difference from 1 whole. Option 1, from 8 over 9, how do I reach to 9 over 9? How do I reach to 9 over 9 from 8 over 9? How much more do I need? What's the difference? Can you help me quickly type it in? What is the difference from 8 over 9 to 9 over 9? 1 out of 9, exactly, perfect. So the difference is 1 out of 9, okay? Similarly, for option 2, the difference from 7 over 8 to 1 whole, which is 8 over 8, is 1 out of 8. Now, what about option 3? Option 3 is slightly different because it is more than 1 whole. But we are again looking for that difference, that gap. How far away is it from 1 whole? So even if we have a mixed number here that has exceeded 1, we can still look for that difference. So what is that difference? How far is 1 1/4 from 1 whole? How far is it? Yes, very good. A lot of you have typed it in correctly. Indeed, 1/4, right? We have crossed the 1 whole mark by 1/4. And in the same manner for option 4, it would be 1 out of 3, 1/3, okay? Then from here, all you got to do is look for the difference. Now for the difference, we have to look for a fraction that is the smallest when they have the same numerator, okay? Notice that all these numerators are the same. They are all 1 out of something, right? So which one is the smallest? This is where a lot of students tend to falter. Which one is the smallest? Do you think it is 1 over 9 or 1 out of 3? 1 out of 9 or 1 out of 3 is the smallest. Which one is it? Oh, a lot actually got it right. Well done. I haven't seen anyone typing the wrong answer yet. Fantastic, indeed. 1 out of 9 is indeed the smallest, okay? Because this is the smallest, therefore, it is going to give us the closest value to 1 whole. Does that answer the question? Do you all have any questions here? Okay, let me show you why this is the smallest, okay? For those of you who are having some trouble, you can just do a quick drawing, like I have done here. Let me bring it in a little bit. Okay, you can do a quick drawing like I've done here. All you gotta do is look for the smallest by either drawing a long bar model and then cutting it into 9 pieces and shading one, or using circles to help you also can, okay? So if you are stuck, just do a quick drawing to help you out, okay? So yes, the smallest is 1 out of 9. There are several other ways to look at it as well. Okay, like for example, Alicia mentioned that 1/3 is almost half. Yep, that's one way to look at it as well. Whereas 1 out of 9 is very far away from half, so it's going to be the smallest. Yeah. Excuse me. Yes, great. Any questions so far, everyone? Are we all learning well, able to understand what's going on so far? All good? Okay, if you are good, if you have no questions, can you help me spam the like button, please? For those of you who just joined, I see that our numbers are quite healthy today. Hello everybody, my name is Coach Shahira, in case you don't know me. I am from MasterMaths, and actually behind the scenes with me is our very skillful videographer who has helped us with very nice setup here. So I just wanted to give him a quick shout out. Thanks, Haris. He is actually behind the camera. So behind the scenes, we have Haris helping us. And we are from MasterMaths. Today we are going through P5 paper. The questions are gotten from several past year papers. And they are all from paper 1. So I hope you remember to not use your calculator today, okay? All right. For those of you who are here revising, even after PSLE, I'm really heartened that you are spending your evening with us instead of just resting and enjoying after working hard for so long. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to repeat this one more time. I see that somebody doesn't understand. Give me about 30 seconds. Let me just quickly drink some water. Can we do end year or this is end year? Yes, SA2 is actually end year paper. Okay, SA2 is end year paper. So yes, all these are from end year papers, yeah? Okay, so let me explain this question one more time, okay? One last time before we move on. All right. For those of you who are already done, please go ahead and try the next question first, okay? All right, now for this question, they are asking us for the value or the fraction that is closest to 1 whole. Now, for it to be the closest to 1 whole, we have to make sure that the distance, if we were to draw the number line, 1 whole is here, we have to make sure that the distance is closest to 1 whole. So, okay, let me quickly draw out the number line for you in the center here, okay? Another way to look at it, okay? So 1 whole is maybe somewhere here. Now our 8 over 9 is going to be over here because the difference is only 1 out of 9. Okay? The difference is 1 out of 9. Now our 1 over 8 is maybe around here, 1 over 8. Not 1 over 8, sorry, 7 over 8. The difference is 1 out of 8. Okay? 1 out of 8 is greater than 1 out of 9, so it's going to be further away. Okay, and then our 1 and 1/4 is maybe around here, maybe 1 and 1/4, followed by 1 and 1/3. Okay, now the difference between all these to 1 whole is bigger than the difference from 8 over 9 to 1 whole. Therefore, 8 over 9 is the closest to 1 whole. Okay. I hope this is another way of explaining to help you understand better. But more importantly, when you want to find the fraction that is closest to a value, doesn't matter what value, can be half, can be 3/4, can be anything. You just have to look for the smallest difference to that value, which in this case is 1 whole. Okay? Then from the difference, you just compare, look for the smallest one. Okay? All right. Okay, if you are clear, shall we move on now? Okay, let's move on to question number 4. Wow, you are working and you are joining our live session. Thank you for your time. Alright, let's go on to question 4. Okay? Before we start question 4, actually, how many of you are not in P5? Just wondering, based on the viewers. How many of you are not in P5? Can you help me quickly type in a me? That's a lot of you actually. Wow. So many of you are not in P5 and you are still spending your time with us. I'm really, really heartened actually. If you are in P4, that's fine too. You can learn with us. Of course you are not in P5, Alicia. Okay, wow, really very heartened. So many of you not in P5. Thank you for staying with us. Let's go on to our question number 4. See if you can still solve the question even after graduating P5 long ago, okay? Wow, so many secondary students also. Wow. J2 also, all the best for A-levels. Okay, let's go on to question number 4, shall we? Question number 4. Alright, now question number 4 is from 2021 Nanhua end of year paper. Question number 4 is actually very, very common and even commonly tested in P6 as well as in PSLE. This question is testing you on the idea of grouping. Okay, the idea of grouping. So with this in mind, okay, calculator is not allowed for this question. This actually appeared in paper 1, so no calculators allowed. For this question, can you try solving it and telling me your answer? Okay, give you a clue, yeah? Look for one group and look for that group that keeps repeating itself. What is one group? Actually, for those of you who are asking if we announce the live, we do on our social media platforms. We actually broadcast the live on our Telegram as well as our Instagram channel. Okay, so what are some of our answers? For this question, I'm going to shift this a little bit. Okay, perfect. Okay, what are our answers? Without using calculator, okay? It cannot be a decimal, unfortunately, because the question wants us to find how many times the picture of an apple appears. So if it's a decimal, means it's half of an apple or just a part of an apple. So no, not right. What is our answer? Actually, for now, I only see one person, just one person, typing in the correct answer. Only one person. The rest of you, can you try again? If your answer is in the 40s range, not quite correct. Okay. Alright. So, still, only about, I think, 2 to 3 people have gotten it right. Only 2 to 3 people have gotten it right. Let me share with you the answer in a second, okay? I am first going to give you a very big hint. Your one group should consist of 5 symbols or 5 stickers because that group is the one that repeats itself. Okay, so your one group should contain a penguin, a pencil, the sun, an apple, and a teddy bear. Okay, after this, your group repeats itself. Penguin again, pencil again, sun again, apple again, teddy bear again. And then penguin again, pencil again. Seeing the end of this, I see that you are not able to see the corner. Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, you see that part of it is actually torn away, right? But it's actually continuing on, yeah? So it goes on and on. Penguin, pencil, sun, apple, teddy bear. Penguin, pencil, sun, apple, teddy bear. So on and so forth until we get 249 stickers. Okay? Yes, so now a lot more people have gotten it right. Okay, the answer is actually 50. The answer is 50. Alright, so how did some of us get 50? Let me show you. Because one group is 5 stickers, let me quickly write it down. One group has 5 stickers, or in this case I'll call them pics, okay? Pictures, pics. So one group has 5 pictures. Now for us to have 249 pictures or stickers, we need to find the number of groups. Okay, and that will be 249. What do we do with 5? 249, we divide by 5. Okay, so 249 divided by 5, what will this give us? What will this give us? Now, some of you may find that if the number is 250, it's so simple. But now the number is 249, I'm struggling a little bit. So what do we do? Now, because 250 is very close to 249, we can use that to help us. Okay, so 250 divided by 5. Okay, 250 divided by 5 is the same as 50. But I cannot have 50 because I have one less. So if it's one less, I will get 49 full groups. I cannot have 50 full groups. I will get instead 49 full groups. Okay, and the balance will be 4 pictures or 4 stickers. Okay, because we are short of 1 to make 50, so the balance is only 4 stickers. Not enough to make one group, which is 5 stickers. Okay, now these types of question, please put a star here if you are if you tend to give decimals. This type of questions, we do not want to give our answer in decimals because we want to explore a little bit what is this remainder for. Okay, we want to explore a little bit what is this remainder for so that we know who exactly or what exactly are these leftovers. Okay, we want to explore the leftovers, so do not write it in decimal form. Got it? Because we want to explore what are these leftovers to go and find out whether any of these leftovers has an apple inside. So far, understand? Okay? Alright. So, with this, I'll answer some of your questions in a bit, okay? So with this, we have a remainder 4. Now with this remainder 4, let's explore, okay? Our remainder 4 means we don't have enough to form one group, right? So remainder 4 just means I have balance a penguin, a pencil, a sun, and an apple. Understand? Okay, the remainder 4 will be, let me quickly write down all of its names. A penguin, a pencil, a sun, and an apple. Okay, we don't have the last teddy bear to form our 250 stickers. Okay, to form our final group. How do I get a remainder of 4? There are several ways. One, like I mentioned, using mental sums. 250 is close to 249, and 250 divided by 5 will give us 50 groups. So if it's 249, we cannot get 50 groups, we will get 49 groups instead, with a remainder of 4 because we are short of 1 to make the last group. Okay, short of 1 to make the last group, so this is our remainder. Or, of course, some of your friends have typed it in already. You can just do long division. 249 divided by 5, your remainder is a 4. Okay, so you can do long division to give your remainder as a 4. Understand? Okay, 250, where is 250 from? I'm using 250 because it's close to 249 using mental sums. Okay, but one more time, you can just divide. Do long division. A simple one will do to give you your remainder. Okay? Understand? Okay? All good? Okay, if you are good, let's move on. So with this remainder, with this remainder, we know that I have 49 full groups, so 49 apples. And one last apple is over here. Okay, therefore my total apples will be 50. So total apples equals to 49 plus 1 to give us 50. Our final answer is 50. For those of you who got 50, well done. Okay, any questions so far? Okay. All good. All right. I realize if I give you a thumbs up on my right hand, you can barely see it. So I'm going to give you a thumbs up on my left hand, okay? Okay, so far so good? All right, before we move on, let me answer some questions on the chat. Someone is asking, because 49 plus 1, which comes from one of the remainder. Okay, why plus 1 is because, yes, the remainder has penguin, pencil, sun, apple. There is an extra apple inside. That's why we plus 1. Why 49? Because 49 full groups, each group got 1 apple. Okay, so 49 apples in the groups and 1 apple not in any group. Okay, another question. Yes, indeed, the plus 1 comes from the remainder. I hope this answers your question. Okay, so let me quickly write it down, yeah, in case more of you have the same question. 49 apples in groups. 1 apple is your remainder. Okay, 1 apple is the remainder. Okay, another question. Let me scroll up, okay? Another question. Any tips for revision? Well, the tip that I like to share is, instead of doing more practice papers, try to take a step back and look through all your mistakes, okay? If you look through your mistakes, you can train yourself to practice and work on your errors to get them right. So instead of doing more and then making more mistakes, try to strengthen your basics, try to strengthen your fundamentals, and try to make yourself an expert in the questions that you've done before you move on to gain even more experience in handling more questions, okay? So your teacher give you full papers, yes, it's for you to practice, of course, but try to also spend some time to take a step back, look through all your questions, redo them, so that you get more experience in handling such questions, okay, perfectly, okay? So try to perfect whatever that you've done before as well, okay? Okay, any other questions? If not, I will move on to the last one. Now, the last one is slightly tougher. So I will spend a little bit more time on the last one, okay? Just nice, I think we will be able to finish at 9. All right. For now, can you help me spam the like button, please? Can you help me spam the like button, please, if you have learnt a thing or two? All right. If not, we shall move on. For those of you who just joined, if you are new, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. Today, we are going through P5 paper. We are down to our last question. And these questions are taken from paper 1, several paper 1s from several schools, past year papers, okay? All right. If you are learning a thing or two, please help us share this live with your friends so that they can learn together with us. Okay? If you want to get more resources, more free resources, you can always join our Telegram channel and our social media channels as well. Okay? And if you want to watch past recordings, please feel free to return to our playlist on YouTube to watch them. Okay? All right. Okay, let's move on. Thank you for sharing with your siblings. Very nice of you. Okay, let's move on to question number 5. Thank you for all the likes and share. Shall we move on to question 5, the last one for today? Okay. Now, for this last question is... Okay, I hope you're able to see. This last question appeared in Methodist Girls paper 1 SA2. I remember it's a question 26 actually. Okay. All right. Now for this question, let's take a look. There are some books on a shelf. We don't know how many, so keep that in mind. 60% of the books are fiction, while the rest are non-fiction. So we have 2 different types of books. Okay. 2 different types of books. And then we also are told that 2/3 of the non-fiction books are in Chinese while the rest are in Malay. So from the non-fiction, we have a further branch of Chinese and Malay. And then from the fiction, we have even further branch of children's fiction and adult fiction. Okay? Yes, this is P5. I know it seems very tough. Okay, I know it seems very tough, but this is a standard P5, P6 question as well. Okay, now tip number one. Tip number one. Tip number one, when you see fraction and percentage appearing in the same question, okay, what you can do is to convert it into the same format. So if I have fraction and percentage, I would want to convert it into a same format first. Okay, that's the very first tip. I know the question gives a lot of information, but let's break it down. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to scroll on to the next page first to write down some of the things here, because if not, we have no space. And for those who are asking what is NPTT, it's just not possible to tell. Okay, not possible to tell here. Alright, so one more time. Step number one. Let's see. Let me change this such that you are able to see. There we go. You're able to see the whole thing. Okay. So step number one, convert 60% into the same format as percentage, as fraction, so that they are both in the same format, easier to understand. Okay. So I'm going to do this step by step, since for P5 levels, our P5 friends, is the first time or first year that you are seeing percentage. So let me do this step by step. Okay. Step 1, 60%. Percent just means out of 100. So I will copy 60 on top, out of 100. Then I simplify to give us 6/10. Then I simplify further to give us 3/5. Okay? So step 1, simplify or change the percentage into a fraction in its simplest form. Okay? Alright, step 2. Step 2, identify the method to use in this question. How many of you can help me identify the method to use? Anyone? What do you think is the method to use in this question? Who can tell me? Anyone? Okay, there are several ways to show what's going on here. Okay, one person said model, 2 people said model now. The rest, what do you guys think? Should I use a model? Okay, actually, personally for me, I'm not going to use a model. Okay, I'm not going to use a model because, okay, one reason is because if I draw a long model and I cut into different parts, okay, there may be a chance of cutting it wrongly if I have many different parts. For instance, if I have, let's say, 20 different portions, then I have to cut into 20 different parts. I may count wrongly. Okay? It will give rise to calculation error, counting error, human error, which is not very ideal. Therefore, I will choose instead what some of you have mentioned here, branching method. Wafa, well done. We will use branching method in this case. Okay? So how do you identify branching method? Very simple. If you have, let me write down, yeah? If you have, maybe I write on top. If you have keywords like of the rest, of the remaining, okay, of the rest, of the remaining, or anything along those lines, you can use branching. Okay? On top of that, if you don't see any of these keywords, but you also hear, or not hear, you also see that the question says like different categories, further broken down into further different categories, you can also use branching. Okay? So, in this case, I will use branching. We see that we have a total of unknown books, and then I further branch these to fiction, non-fiction. Okay, we are told that fiction is 3/5, non-fiction is How much? Okay, if fiction is 3/5, the rest are non-fiction. Non-fiction will then be 2/5. Very good. Thank you for all your participation and responses. 2/5 indeed. Okay, so fiction 3/5, non-fiction 2/5. Then they tell you that 2/3 of the non-fiction. So from the non-fiction, I'm going to further break it down into 2/3 of the non-fiction. So let me scroll up. Okay, for Chinese, I have 2/3 of non-fiction. Now for P5, this may seem a little bit challenging, but train yourself to remember that the word of in math just means times. The word of just means times. And we know that non-fiction is 2/5. So this would be 2/3 times 2/5. Okay? Understand? So what is branching method? For those of you who are asking, I am actually showing it right now. We are branching out into the different categories and then trying to compare those categories. Okay? Alright, so 2/3 of the non-fiction, therefore it will be 2/3 times 2/5 because 2/5 is non-fiction. Then we will just multiply, fraction multiplication. If there are anything that we can cross-cancel, if you all are if you all see anything that you can cross-cancel, then you would cross-cancel. But in this case, we cannot. 2 and 5 are the most simplified forms. 2 and 3 also cannot cross-cancel. Therefore, we will just multiply numerators and denominators to give us 4 out of 15. Okay? On the other hand, we can also find Malay. Since 2/3 are Chinese, the rest are Malay. The rest in this case will be 1/3. Okay? Again, 1/3 of the non-fiction. Therefore, this will give us 2 out of 15. Okay? I'm going to pause here, let you soak it in. Everybody understand what's going on? Okay, so far can follow. One more time, yeah? 60% of the books are fiction. We converted 60% into 3/5. Therefore, fiction is 3/5. The rest must be 2/5 to make up one whole in one level. Okay? One whole in one level. A lot of you are saying yes, you understand. Well done. Okay? So one whole will be made up of 3/5 and the remaining 2/5. That's why there's a 2/5 here. Okay? Then the Chinese is made up of, the Chinese non-fiction books is 2/3 of the non-fiction. Of means times. Non-fiction in this case is 2/5. So 2/3 times 2/5 to give us 4 out of 15 for Chinese non-fiction books. Okay? In contrary to that, for Malay, if I have 2/3, I must have 1/3 remaining. The rest must be 1/3. Okay? Because 2/3 and 1/3 make up one whole. So I will get 1 whole from 2/3 and 1/3. 1 whole from 3/5 and 2/5. Okay? So with that, 1/3 times 2/5 will give us 2 out of 15. So now that I know my new denominator is 15, what I want to do is to convert everything into 15. So I am going to convert this into 15 to give me 6 out of 15. So far, so good? Okay, so 6 out of 15. Then here, this would definitely be times 3 times 3 to give us 9 out of 15. Okay? Okay, one more time. I pause here. Try to soak it all in. Why I convert this into out of 15? Because my denominator after multiplying has changed to 15. So to make things easier, I will use everything as 15. So far, so good? Okay? Okay, then the next step is to break down our fiction books to children and adult. Okay? Children and adult. Let me just use C and A for children and adult respectively. Now this is a bit tricky, a little bit tricky. The question says there are fewer children fiction than adult fiction. Okay? Children fiction is fewer than adult fiction. Okay? So to solve this, I am going to go one step further. You can continue using fractions here, no worries. But I'm going to go one step further and use units instead. Okay, simply because units is a little bit easier to see than fraction, because fraction has two different values, the top and the bottom, the numerator and denominator. Okay, so just because I have converted everything to out of 15, I will write my total as 15 units. Fiction will then be 9 units, non-fiction 6 units, Chinese 4 units, Malay 2 units. So far can follow? Where am I getting all these numbers from? Do you all know? Where are we getting all these numbers from? Where the 15, 9, 6, 4, 2 come from? From the numerators. Able to see the numerators? Okay, from the numerators. So in units form, I just use the numerators to help me. Okay, so I see 15 in a fraction. My total is denominator. All the different parts are my numerator. Okay, 9, 6, 4, 2 respectively. Okay, then from here, because there are fewer children's fiction than adult fiction, because it's fewer, I can take 9 units. I divide this by 2 to give me 4.5, 4.5. If it is 4.5 units, 4.5 units, it is equal. Agree? Therefore, since children is fewer, this must be less than 4.5 units, and this must be more than 4.5 units. Okay, so far can follow? Okay, why is this less than 4.5 and this is more than 4.5? When we take 9 and divide by 2, split it right in the middle, it's 4.5, 4.5. Because children must be less, so it must be less than 4.5, so that the remaining extra can be given to adults, so that adults can have more. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. If you have the worksheet, can you quickly look at the questions again and solve it now to see which one is true, which one is false, which one is not possible to tell. Okay? All right. How's it going so far? Okay, the statements. I'm so sorry. I realize not many of you have the worksheets. Okay, I'm going to write down based on all this, okay? Based on all this, I'm going to write down the information one more time, yeah? So let's try to remember. Total is 15 units. Fiction is 9. Non-fiction is 6. Chinese is 4. Malay is 2. Children is 4.5 units or less. And adults is more than 4.5 units. Okay, so let's go back to the questions. I'm going to rewrite everything out. Children's is less than 4.5 units based on our branching earlier. Okay, then Malay is, let's go back, I can't remember. Malay, 2 units. Malay, 2 units. Then the greatest is adult. Adult is more than 4.5 units. Okay, so how do we solve this question? What are your answers? What are your answers? First one, there are fewer children's fiction books than Malay non-fiction books. This is less than 4.5. This is 2 units. What do you guys think? True, false, not possible to tell. Okay. True or false or not possible to tell? Okay, the answer is quite a number have written it down. The answer is actually not possible to tell. Why? Because less than 4.5 units can be 1 unit, can also be 3 units. Okay, just using example, it can be 1 unit, it can be 3 units. If it's 1 unit, this becomes true. If it's 3 units, this becomes false. Because there are 2 possibilities, we will use not possible to tell. Okay? Everybody understand? All right. If you are clear, can I move on? Okay, I am going to show this for another 3 seconds. Then I'm going to move on to the branching method one more time, in case you did not catch it. Okay, one more time. Okay, where did this 4.5, 2 units, more than 4.5 units come from? It's from this branching that we have done based on the question. Okay, 2/3 of the non-fiction means 2/3 times 2/5 to give us 415, which means our total is 15 units. Chinese 4 units. Therefore, Malay is 1/3 of 2/5, which is 2 units. So, Malay is 2 units. Then they told you that there are less children than adult fiction. So, this must be less than half of 9 units. The other one must be more than half. Cannot be half and half. Okay? Must be less and then must be more. One must be less, which is children. One must be more, which is adult. Okay? So I'm going to move on to the second one again. If you want our worksheets, they can be found on our Telegram channel. I'm going to show you the link in a second, yeah? Okay. Ready? Let's go on to the next question. The greatest number of books on the shelf are adult fiction books. We already know adult fiction is more than 4.5. Okay, going back, compare everything. Less than 4.5, more than 4.5. This is 4, this is 2. Do you think adult is the most? Do you think adult is the most? Indeed, this is true. Okay, adult is indeed the most, yeah? So again, less than 4.5, more than 4.5 units. This is 4 units, this is 2 units. So adults is the greatest on the shelf. Alright, so the answer is true. Fantastic. Able to understand branching method a little bit better now? Alright. Okay. If you are clear, can you help me spam the like button before you leave, please? If not, thank you very much for spending your evening with me. I really appreciate it. I will see you one more time next week for another revision. Okay? Alright, you guys are slaying tonight, so thank you very, very much. Before we end today's live, can you help me tap in your questions if you have any? If not, I'll see you again next week, okay? Thank you, everybody. The link to our worksheets are here, Telegram channel, okay? Alright, thank you for saying that you love my lesson. For those of you who are in my class, I'll see you again, okay? I'll see you on Saturday, Alicia. Thank you. Bye, everyone. If you have any questions, please type it in. I will stay for about maybe 2 to 3 more minutes. Thank you for all your sweet words and for spending your evening with us. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Good night. Remember to eat well, drink well, and sleep well, okay? Good night. See you. I will drink water, yes. We do have a recorded version of this live. It's on our YouTube channel. So it will not be uploaded tonight, but it will be uploaded soon, okay? After the live session has ended, we will have to wait for the system to generate the recording. Then we'll post it on our YouTube channel, okay? Alright. Bye, everybody. Iskandar, you joined a bit too late. I will see you next week. Bye, everyone. Yes, tomorrow's live is actually for secondary school. So you can join it regardless of which levels. You will still be able to learn a thing or two, okay? So for those of you in secondary, we'll see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you, everybody. Good night. I will end in 3, 2, 1. Bye, Atira. Bye, everyone.